Weather, Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. It's been really pretty out there.
Were you guys able to get out this weekend at all?
Yeah, I was in San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco, that's very nice. It was probably the warmest day that anyone's ever experienced in San Francisco, 70s
yeah, it was nice.
or so. It was pretty nice up there. And down here as well, it was gorgeous, and this is a live look from the Pac Rep Cam in Carmel tonight, just after sunset. Beautiful night. You can actually see some crepuscular rays. These are rays that kind of radiate out on the horizon. Typically are caused where there's some clouds on the distant horizon, even beyond the visible horizon, which cause some shadows. So right now, beautiful, mostly clear skies. We've had a few low clouds flirt with the coast today, but that is about it. Otherwise, skies have been quite sunny once again. Now let's talk about what we could expect to see in the future. Some changes perhaps here across the region, as we've been kind of stuck in a pretty consistent weather pattern for some time, and this ridge of high pressure pretty responsible for that. It's blocked up our pattern, pushed weather systems off to the north. It's been raining plenty in Seattle and Vancouver, British Columbia, but here on the west coast things have been pretty quiet for some time, and eventually that is going to change, but it still takes some time for that to happen. In fact, let's go to a long-range futurecast here and just watch the Golden State staying pretty clear. We get a couple clouds here or there, but all the greens stay away from us. In fact, we run it all the way till next Saturday, and we really haven't seen much going on outside of a couple passing clouds here for us. But one weather system is going to break through over this ridge eventually. That's going to be early next week, and we'll see that coming in right here and then swiping down the coast. Now, typically the storms that come in from the north are pretty dry for us here on the Central Coast. We don't often see much rain from them, so I'm not getting my hopes up too much about that. But that may be the harbinger of some sort of pattern change, and the models have been indicating that by mid-December anyway, we'll see that ridge break down, and then the rain that's been focused a little bit more in British Columbia is more focused in like Oregon. So we'll be closer to seeing some of those systems instead of having them well off to the north. So something we're watching here over the next couple of weeks, but at the moment things look fairly dry, and that's the way it'll continue. Nighttime cloud tracker showed just a few low clouds near the coast. Another batch may approach the Monterey Peninsula tonight. At the moment, skies are clear, but there is some potential for a little bit of fog right around the Monterey Peninsula overnight. Otherwise, I'm expecting a mostly clear night once again, and we'll have some offshore winds up over the mountains like we saw a couple days ago. So they're going to pick up again in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We probably won't notice it too much down low, although you get the drainage winds in the valleys during the morning hours. And think of it like this: it's like the river valleys are where the water channels out to the sea, and the cool air at night is kind of like water in that it just kind of flows along the valley floors. So we get these little winds that set up that follow like the Pajaro River Valley, the Salinas River Valley, even the San Lorenzo River Valley, and they just kind of pour down into the bowl that is Monterey Bay. So we'll have breeze like that overnight. But what happens is once the sun comes up, it starts warming that breeze, and that breeze just keeps going with that warming, slowly warming air, pushing that air right toward the coast, and all of a sudden you've got a light breeze of 5 miles per hour with 70-degree temperatures that push all the way to the beach, and they're kind of working against that sea breeze, which normally keeps us cool on the coast. So we're going to see that tomorrow, which means the warmth will get to the beaches pretty early in the day and kind of stay there. A little sea breeze will kick in late in the day, but other than that, it should be a pretty warm day. Take a look at some of these temperatures. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly here, but we'll be in the 70s in Santa Cruz and Capitola once again, 78 in Ben Lomond, 82 in Scotts Valley tomorrow. We'll find some more 80s down to Salinas. The record tomorrow, 81, so we'll be close to it. 78 in Watsonville, Hollister at 78 as well. Marina and Aptos both at 77. The Monterey Peninsula, look at all the 70s. Pacific Grove in the 70s. Pebble Beach in the 70s. Monterey, mid-70s tomorrow, and Seaside at 77. And then down south, take a look at the Salinas Valley, 80s up and down the valley. Big Sur, Carmel Valley, 80s. Look at all of the 80s in Monterey County. It's going to be a toasty day tomorrow, and actually looks like it might be a degree warmer in some cases on Wednesday. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, going to stay warm through Wednesday, and then still pretty warm for this time of year, but cooler Thursday and Friday. The pattern changes, it looks like maybe next week. We're watching that Monday system, maybe some light rain on the coast, but I wouldn't get too excited about it. Inland areas also roasting for the next couple of days, maybe a couple of degrees warmer on Wednesday, then cooling as well. But your normal high this time of year, inland's like 63, 64 degrees, so we're going to be above that for the next 7 days. In fact, in some cases, quite a bit.
Well, all right. Thanks, Dan.